Where do I even begin with this video? I don't know how it happened. Okay, it's not something I necessarily chose. It's just something that is a thing in my life somehow. At first I was kind of embarrassed to like post it or make a video about it. But then I figured no one's gonna watch this video, and I really don't care. Also, because I think it's kind of interesting that this phenomenon has happened to me where I've reached the age of 25 and I have never ever had a boyfriend. I did have like a pretend boyfriend, but that's a different video that I'm going to make, and it's kind of funny, kind of stupid. But yes, dumb shit has happened in my life that I absolutely could not control. So I like guys. I'm straight and I think guys are hot. They're cute. They're fun. Haven't had a lot of guy friends though in my past, but I don't know. I've talked to a lot of guys. I feel like made some friends along the way, broke some friendships along the way. You know, typical stuff. But yeah, I have never ever had a boyfriend, and oh my god, this is like part of me is like, this is so embarrassing. But at the same time, I still feel like I need to make a video about it. But yeah, you guys, I have never had a boyfriend. I don't know if it's because I'm ugly or like I'm not attractive enough, or I don't have what it takes perhaps to be in a stable relationship. I honestly have no idea why this event has happened to me, but it has. And I think like sometimes it can get like really depressing, because sometimes I'll think like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, is there a non-dateable feature that I have? You know, those kinds of things. But sometimes I think, thank God I don't have a boyfriend, because I hear stories from friends, family about how stupid guys can be. Some of them, okay? It's not a generally. We're not like talking about all guys here. But sometimes I hear about stories like that, and then I'll think to myself, okay, maybe this was a good thing that I haven't had a serious boyfriend. Now, no one really has asked me out, if I'm going to be completely honest. Like, let me think. Yeah, nobody really has like been like, hey, I think you're cute. I'd like to take you out for coffee or something like that. Literally nothing. Or like, hey, I want to go out on a movie or something. Or like, I don't know, nothing really. Like nothing. And I've been to like dances and parties and things like that, and that has never friggin' happened. Oh wait, actually that has happened. I'm gonna make a video about that though. Oh my god, that's so funny. That is so funny and sad, but I'll make a video about it. But okay, so apart from that one situation, no one really has taken the time to get to know me or ask me out or anything like that. I don't meet a lot of guys daily. Like, I really don't. I don't like see like a variety of them. And I think that's also because like we're in this age right now. Well, because of COVID, of course, but also because like we're in this age where everything is kind of like digitally driven, and there's not a lot of emphasis on like meeting the person in RL, you know, that kind of thing. I think that has to be it. Maybe the other reason could be is that I don't make myself approachable enough. Like, I don't know. Or like, I don't know, maybe it's because I live in like a predominantly like white neighborhood, like we go to church and stuff, and like most of the people there are white, predominantly, I would argue. So that could be a reason why. Now, sometimes it can get definitely discouraging, because a part of me is like, ooh, I definitely want to settle down, I want to have a family, you know, that kind of cheesy shit. But another part of me is like, I don't want to settle. I think that is the biggest mistake some people do, just because they think they're getting older, and I think like it's this societal conception that like if you get to a certain age and you are a woman, then you like lose all your eggs or something. And oh my god, for a long time this is something that I used to think. I used to be like, shit, like if I don't get married now, I'm not going to have enough eggs, and like, god, like crazy shit. Like it's kind of funny, right? And also like in my family, it's like my mom literally got married so young. Of course, they grew up in a completely different, like both of them are brown, both of them are from the same town ish. They also had a lot of problems too, but I think it's like I'm looking for something like really friggin' specific. Okay, and I'm not being like what is the word? I'm not being crap, I don't know which one I used. I think I used this one. This is the wrong one. That's not to say that like if I didn't find somebody that met what I was looking for, then like I would be like, oh hell no, I'm not even gonna give you the time of day. Like no, that is not me. That's never gonna be me. But I'm just saying like when I think about dating or just like lifelong commitment, I think of like, hey, I'm dating you to get married to you. I'm not dating you just to screw around with you, just to have fun. Like, I mean, if you came to me when I was like maybe 18 or like 20 or something like that, that maybe would have been my answer, but that is just not my answer right now. So I am looking for something like pretty stable. Like, like I need like somebody who is a good husband, good father to the children. Obviously, I can't predict if I am going to get married or even have kids for that matter. That's not something that's in my control, really. But yeah, like those are some of the things that I look for. But here's the thing. I've never actually like sat down with a member of the opposite sex and like talked to them about this, I've never been like, oh, this is what I want from the relationship. Because I've never had that opportunity. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have literally never freaking dated nobody. And it's crazy. I think it's so crazy because I'm like, oh my god, this is like kind of embarrassing, but kind of unique. Because whoever dates me is going to be like, oh shit, like, this woman doesn't know nothing about relationships. Now, I feel like guys have liked me in the past, but like nothing really came out of it. Like I remember there was this one dude in high school. God, but high school relationships are stupid anyways. But he was this one guy that like I think he had a thing for me, but he never really asked me out. And like we both definitely liked each other. We would like flirt with each other sometimes, but never ever asked me out. Now I don't know if like guys are scared of me. I don't know. Do I look scary looking? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows what goes inside the mind of a guy, but I wasn't cool too. That's the other thing too. And yeah, like I said, like, we grew up in a predominantly white society where we live in Canada, which is so interesting because when you think of Canada, you think, no, multicultural, no diversity, but that is literally my truth. Like, I can't change that about me. That's my truth, and that is just the way it goes. So where do I sit currently? I mean, my parents, my siblings, like everyone has like encouraged me to go on these like dating sites or whatever you want to call them. My mom is like very big on Catholic Match, although she has never actually been on there, so I don't know why she's so adamant that I try it. And I also think like in my culture specifically, when a woman is aging, it's kind of like, oh shit, like this, we need to find her someone ASAP, else her life has no meaning. Why that is a thing, I don't know, but it is, and it sucks because it's saying that a woman can't really do much in her life unless there is a spouse available for her. But yeah, you guys, I mean, that's basically like where I sit. I think it's just like, when you're in school, you don't really meet like a crap ton of people unless you're really involved in student body unless you're like really outgoing, and like I really wasn't. So it might have been possible, I don't know, that there were people interested, but like because perhaps I didn't give them the right signal. Oh my god, there was also this other guy too where I worked that like he would flirt with me all the time, but like he never asked me out. Crazy, right? Like, I don't know. The thing is, I would have hated to go out with somebody, but then have to break up eventually because either he cheated on me, or like he wasn't a good person, or like he was doing drugs or something. I don't know. I don't know. But like I would have hated that, and that would have broke my heart completely. Like, or if he was just rude or something, Oops. Like I think that would have like totally broken me completely. And that's the thing, right? Like I feel like if I like somebody or care about somebody, I genuinely like want to see them succeed. I want to be there for them, and like maybe that relationship would not have been the most equal. I don't know. There's so many like potential things as to like what actually went wrong. Like I really like to like interview the people that I went to high school with and be like, hey, did you ever like me? Because we would flirt all the time, and can you just tell me like what happened, what kind of like turned you off? That could be a really good show. Although I'm not necessarily invested in those people anymore. I just want to hear about like why that particular thing had to happen. And maybe it was kind of like God's way of protecting me too, because I believe that like God kind of knows the heart of everyone, and I think he could also kind of understand where I would be happiest, which place I'd be happiest in, which man would make me the happiest. I don't know. That's just something I think about. Oops, got a little bit some on there. But yeah, like, have you guys been in high school relationships? Has that lasted? I knew somebody's parents that went to high school together, and that relationship actually lasted, surprisingly. But they are like very, very few of the people that, whose relationship will actually last. It's not the majority of people. It's really not. And like I said, like I've never met anybody in high school, for that matter, that I thought like, oh yeah, this would be, I'd like to date you, or like, I mean, of course I like guys and stuff in high school, but like it never came to that point. It never did. And like maybe it's because I needed to make the move. I don't know. Make the first move. Like, I don't know. Honestly, you guys, I do not know what the hell happened there. But I think like whatever my boyfriend would have said at that time, I feel like that would have impacted me so strongly because I was so impressionable at that time. So let's talk about sex. Like, let's say they wanted me to do it. I feel like I would have been, even though I didn't want to, I would have just kind of gone along with it because I didn't want to disappoint them, because I was like such a friggin' like people pleaser, and I feel like I would have had a tough time saying no. So I'm kind of glad, like, maybe like this was like, obviously now if that had to happen to me, I'd be like, no, I'm not ready, or like I don't feel like it, or I'm not ready to take that step with you. Like, I would be very, very vocal about that now. But perhaps at that point, I wouldn't have been. I would have just been like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a good idea. Even though that really wasn't something that I wanted to do. Really. And I'm so grateful that now, obviously, things have changed with me. And, like, I would never let somebody take advantage of me like that, in that way. If I wasn't, if I wasn't, like, actually consenting to it fully. And that's the other thing, too. It's, like, it's like high school boys, right? People, we're talking about people who have like such a long way to go in terms of their career, in terms of their mind. And I'm talking about girls too. Like, we're not fully mature at that point. We can't make these like big decisions. And I don't know. Some of the relationships, though, I must say, haven't really lasted. Like, from high school. Maybe university, but like, not really high school. Not a whole lot. This base is looking somewhat good. But yeah, you guys, that is basically, I'm gonna finish up my makeup here, but like, that's basically it. Like, I am 25 and I never had a boyfriend. And sometimes that scares me, but sometimes that's okay. That's a good thing. Anyways, let me know your experiences. I'm curious to hear about that. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you very, very soon. Bye.